Thanks to all of you who are already here and early. I sadly was not able to get the stream going with this live during the actual reveal of these programs that came out today. So I haven't seen any of this yet. I was sadly at work, but now that I'm home, it's time to get into this.
Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 2.3 special program. I'm one of your hosts, Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler Ether in Genshin Impact. And today, I'm joined by...
Hi everybody, I'm Corey Yi, and I voice Goro in Genshin Impact. General Goro of the Watatsumi Island Resistance, ready and waiting.
God, his voice is so different.
Nice. And our other host for today is Koi.
Hey there, I'm Koi Dao. I play Albedo, Chief Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius, as you can see from my chibi, which is super adorable, by the way. My, it certainly is lively outside of the workshop.
Yes, it is, Albedo.
Welcome to the special program, guys. Are you two excited?
Yeah, man, like, Genshin is my favorite game right now, so I'm just excited to talk about the details of Goro.
Well, I'm just super glad to be included. Haven't done one of these before, but been wanting to, because look at my teeny tiny little chibi body. I am so adorable!
As always, we'll be doing previews for the upcoming content in version 2.3. You guys ready?
Oh, I am so ready.
I am
Let's do it, man.
as ready as Albedo.
All right. Let's start by jumping right into the version trailer. Shadows amidst snowstorms.
Nice.
That's a lot of S's.
With this newfound strength, I will defend those who fight alongside me. Protecting my soldiers doesn't just mean having a robust defense in place. It means going on the attack. The key to seizing victory in battle lies in remembering the meaning of battle and employing the right tactics to generate momentum. Fall in! Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner. Press the advantage!
And Oni!
The 10-year commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Arataki Ito. We've been trying to apprehend him recently.
People see Oni causing trouble again. That'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
Come on, men. We won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki.
They're surrounding Ito.
I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
They're talking about paper charms again. Interesting.
Idiot Oni.
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face. There! It's showtime! Oh, coming through! Step aside. Ito's back in town.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
Okay, these action scenes are pretty awesome.
The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined. This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries, a vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
People are put off by the cold and don't realize that
Oh,
there's
Eula.
much to explore beneath the icy exterior.
Are you here to
Okay.
build a snowman too?
Let's go.
Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a
Amber.
huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun.
Oh, okay.
What's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be.
Oh no! Avalanche!
I like the Rebecca
Albedo,
Dragon Spine.
what the devil do you think you were doing?
Bennett? Are they? They are. What? Are we all? Are we getting into Albedo turning
I like the
already?
snake puppy.
Okay.
Super cool to see Albedo and Eula in Dragonspine. Like,
I don't know what's going on there, but it looks
unless this
pretty
is some
tense.
kind of
Also,
misdirection.
can we
This is
please
happening
talk
a
about
lot
Bennett
sooner than I
looking
thought it would.
amazing? That was
Okay.
like one of my favorite parts. be honest.
I know we probably
So
can't wait to
they've
learn
been-
more about the all-new content we just saw, but before we dive in,
Hang on.
let's give away our first redemption code.
Okay, yeah, you can give away your redemption code. Okay, so they've been teasing for a while that Albedo could have like a moment where he would turn. So this gets my mind racing with a lot of things in terms of things that I would expect to see the game make some rapid shifts for. If Albedo is beginning to lose himself as likely an artificial human with the power of Chemia, this is kind of a repeat of what happened in Conria, right? So at least so far as we know with the Alchemist Gold. Two things that I've been saying for a while. I suspect this is the catalyst that would bring Alice out of hiding. So we could see Alice a lot sooner. Maybe not in this quest line, but maybe this could be the beginning of what could bring her here. Also, it's very meaningful to go back to Albedo's collected miscellany, because Dainsleif said that if he lost himself, it was something he could not ignore, which means we could be seeing Dainsleif come back as the ultimate catalyst of what shuts this down, at least in the short term. So we got some stuff going on here, unless this is a misdirection. Oh, I have so many thoughts about where this is going. Oh, okay. Like, this is totally, like, we got Ito stuff going on here, and I'm, like, not even paying attention to it. His birth anniversary. Okay. Okay.
Beetle fighting, trading card games, spinning tops, kendama,
Yeah, I mean-
hide and seek, you name it, I can play it. What do you say? Pick one and we'll have a little contest? Just make sure you're ready to get thrashed. Ha ha!
All right, Ito seems
Ah,
exuberant.
whoa.
Did you see him swing his claymore
So,
and then
I need
fix
to
his
do
hair?
some like slow
He's
like
so
motion
stylish.
review over that trailer.
in
Clearly,
Inazuma.
And yet he's like kind of this.
let me turn this
goofy
down a
kid.
little bit.
Like,
Yeah,
hearing
I
his
definitely
words,
need
it's so
to do
interesting,
some
that
slow motion
dynamic,
review over
but
what's
I'm into
going on with Albedo back there, because
So, our
that was
first character to
absolutely
introduce
crazy.
is Arataki
There could be
Ito.
some cues
With the
as to whether or
goblin
not
tail
he's
and
still
horns on his
himself
head,
or not.
this
It could be a
guy is
misdirection.
definitely
Like, they
not
could be
human.
practicing against it,
In fact,
you know, like,
Ito's horns are a symbol of his
you know, they
own
could be
heritage.
like
Just like
training
that
to
guy in
prepare
Teyvat,
themselves for
only
the
our
event that he
special kind of
turns,
being
and he's
in Inazuma.
unleashing all of
We
his
have already
abilities,
encountered
you know,
other
to
special
see if
beings
they
in our
are any
previous
kind of a
adventures
match for
across
him. It could be
Inazuma,
something that
such as the
simple.
Bake
Like, I
Dani
could see it
Tea
kind of
and
going
Tengu.
either way.
This time we are adding Oni to the list. Aside
Interesting.
from Ito's heritage, his unique charisma has also attracted all kinds of followers to him. Word on the streets
Ito
is
has
that
followers?
Ito has established his own crew called the Arataki Gang.
Oh, okay,
Arataki
so
gang.
he's a gang leader. That's an interesting twist.
Yeah, but he's not quite the kind you might be thinking of. There have been some interesting stories about Ito floating around town.
Yep, he's the big guy with the horns that would play cards with kids to win all of their snacks from them.
Absolute menace.
That sounds like a kid's worst
Albedo's eyes
nightmare.
went dead.
And apparently, he also won a ramen eating contest against a certain fox-eared lady.
Right, which is another aspect of his character. He has a strong will
He
to
won a
win
ramen
no
eating
matter what
contest
he's
against
doing.
Yai Miko.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it probably
Okay.
explains why we see his rematch challenge to Kujo Sara on the Hanamizaka bulletin board. Oh, Sara's the one who defeated him and confiscated his vision under the Vision Hunt decree.
Well, enough of us just talking about him. Why don't we let Ito himself introduce his combat skills?
Okay.
Let's welcome our special correspondent, voice of Arataki Ito, Max Middleman.
Taking it to the max.
That guy's got such like a range of voices.
Hey,
from,
hey,
like, low
can you
to,
hear me?
like,
Check,
high.
check, 1, 2, 3. Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh. So, what are we doing? Talking about Ito's fighting style? Cool, let's get into it. Ito wields a claymore and manipulates the Geo element. He's strong, tough, reliable, a true Oni horn to toe. His normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when his second and fourth attacks hit opponents, Ito will gain stacks of superlative super strength. Pretty cool name,
Superlative
huh?
Super strength.
Oh, another
Interesting.
thing to note is that Ito's normal attack combo won't reset for a short time after using his elemental skill or performing a sprint, which means you can keep on swinging even after you move.
Oh, interesting.
When you hold to initiate a charged attack,
That's
you can use
unusual.
superlative strength stacks to perform Arataki Keisagiri slashes without spending any stamina. Each Arataki Keisagiri slash will consume 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Ito will unleash an especially powerful attack. When no stacks of superlative super strength are available, Ito will perform a Saichi Monji slash. Oh, and most importantly, remember to keep your hairstyle as cool as possible, even when the wind keeps trying to mess it up. After unlocking the talent Arataki Ichiban, which, by the way, means Ito's the best, when Ito uses consecutive Arataki Keisagiri, his resistance to interruption greatly increases, and each slash causes the subsequent slash to have higher attack speed.
Trait of great
So your slashes will keep getting faster and harder to stop. With another one of Ito's talents, Bloodline of the Crimson Oni, damage of Ito's Arataki Keisagiri is increased by a certain percentage of Ito's defense. When using his elemental skill, Ito hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi bull, at opponents, dealing geo damage. When Ushi hits opponents, it'll grant Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength. Ushi also happens to be an auxiliary member of the Arataki gang.
So he has like
isn't it
looks like he has
cute?
a taunter,
Yeah, anyway,
like kind of like
Ushi
Mona
is
has.
considered a geo
Interesting,
construct,
okay.
and it'll remain on the field to taunt surrounding opponents and draw their attacks. But Ushi won't stick around forever. It'll flee when its HP drops to 0 or its duration ends.
Oh, it has its own
Ushi
HP,
also
okay.
grants Ito 1 stack of superlative super
Interesting.
strength when it takes damage and when it leaves. Next up, let's talk about Ito's Oni King form. After unleashing his elemental burst, Royal Descent,
So
behold
the giant
Ito
club
the evil,
it's
Ito lets his
attached to
inner
his,
raging
his
Oni
elemental
King
burst.
emerge, using his Oni King's
Okay.
Kanabo in battle.
It's not a weapon of its
You
own.
see that Macy swinging? During this state, Ito's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be converted to geo damage that cannot be overridden. The first and third combos of his normal attack will grant Arataki Ito himself 1 stack of superlative super strength when they hit opponents. While in Raging Oni King state, Ito's elemental and physical resistance drop, but his attack will be increased based on his defense, and his normal attack speed will also be increased. Ito also has an exploration talent, Woodchuck Chucked. When we have
Woodchuck
Ito in our party,
Okay.
we will have a chance to obtain an additional log of wood while using attacks to collect wood from a tree. So, collecting wood materials will be more efficient. Ito's pretty slick, huh? Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone interact with Ito in our future
I mean, he's
adventures
a little bit more-
because he's honestly
More
a really
interesting than
fun
it seems
character
on
to
the
voice.
surface, I guess.
And those are all the inside
see.
deets
I'll
about
probably
the
build
one
him.
and only Arataki Ito.
I find it
Zach,
hard to resist
throwing it
building
back
new
to you.
characters when they release.
And that's all from our special correspondent, Max Middleman. Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max.
Bye, guys.
Guess that was okay, Max. Just kidding.
He looks like such
Yikes,
a cool
Warpaint.
character, though. Like, he's got
Yikes.
really interesting combos and stacking, and, like, I don't know. That just seems really cool to play.
Totally. Next, we're moving on to our other new playable character in version 2.3. Let's see him in action.
All right, let's see what Goro's got going on here. What's with the fish box? It's almost like one of the new sideways flip phones, but it's got like a fish sticking out of it. Like, what the hell is that? Oh God, what was that? What was it? I don't know what that was. Oh God.
If there's anything ever troubling you, don't keep it all muzzled up inside. You can always speak your mind with me. Although I can't guarantee that I'll always have an answer, I'll certainly offer you my best advice. Even when I can't muster much of a response, you can always count on me to be a good listener. Whatever it is, I'm all ears.
Aww.
Whoa.
Here
He
we go.
looks like a real good boy with a big, beautiful heart.
That he does.
I love how like deadpan
I
he's
like it.
making his delivery.
So, I know what everybody's
It's
wondering.
hilarious.
Can we pet his ears?
Just
Oh
because
my
it's
goodness.
albedo,
Well,
you
that
know?
might be a little awkward,
He's always
but
so
if
flat.
anyone could pet Goro,
And
it'd
he's-
probably be the Traveler.
I feel
Not
like he
you,
was
Zach,
giving
but
his
the Traveler.
delivery
some
like
pets.
flat, but he was having his like it
I
was
would
his
like
own
to
voice,
scratch Goro
so
behind the ears.
Oh
he's
my
being
gosh.
himself,
What?
being albedo.
Anyways, with all that being said, although Goro looks really young, he's one of the most
That was
reliable
funny.
characters you might ever meet.
Yeah, in fact, among the Watatsumi Island Resistance, he's known as Top Dog Goro.
Right, which is interesting because Goro is still younger than most of his fellow officers. He earned the nickname because he's
Oh
close
God,
with
this
his
fish
troops,
cell phone
and the other
thing.
officers are
What
always
is
lining
this?
up asking him for advice. And to be completely honest, Goro often
Having been-
doesn't
that's
know
just
the
how-
right advice
how
to
he
give
talks.
either.
Yeah, I mean, I
But he
detected it
can't
was
let the
definitely
soldiers
just
down,
him.
so he just gives some
But
general
it's
pointers in
almost as if
response
it's
based
like
on his
him,
own gut feelings.
but also
which
Albedo at
has
the
worked
same
pretty well,
time.
so everyone sees him as reliable.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you wear your heart on your sleeve.
But as soon as he returns to the battlefield, Goro is back to his serious general self, ready to lead the troops. Although, because Goro is still young and inexperienced, his temper can sometimes get the best of him. Anyway, let's take a look at how he fights. General Goro of the Watatsumi Island Resistance wields a bow and holds a Geovision. His elemental skill Inuzaka All-Round Defense deals AoE geo damage and sets up his General's War Banner.
Aw, the dog paw on the banner is so cute.
It definitely it
Thanks,
reminds
guys.
me a lot of.
Well, this banner is more than
It kind
just
of
for
reminds me
show.
a lot of.
It provides buffs to
Diona,
active
'cause, she's got,
characters
like,
within
cat
the
paw
abilities
stuff,
AoE
cat hood,
based on the number
head,
of
shield,
party
and all that
members
stuff.
in
It
field
kinda has a
who are
similar
of the Geo element.
similar
so,
energy.
for example, when we have one Geo party member, it grants a defense bonus. When we have two Geo party members, in addition to the defense bonus, it increases resistance to interruption. And when we have three Geo
man.
party members, it
3
adds a
Geo
Geo
characters.
damage bonus on top of the previous two bonuses we just mentioned.
And they're
Okay,
putting out
so what
3
you're
Geo characters at
saying
one
is
time.
The more Geo characters we have in our party,
In before
I don't know,
Ito, Goro,
the
Albedo
more
supremacy
buffs we
parties.
gain from Goro's elemental skill.
We'll see.
Yes, that is correct. Any characters who like defense and Geo, and there's a few of them, would probably like that a lot.
And they made it
finally,
3, not 4, right? So this way
Thanks.
you can have
Thanks,
room to like
And
squeeze
finally,
a
we
healer
have
in there.
Goro's
Oh
elemental
man, I might
burst,
have to
Juga
build.
forward
I might
unto
have
victory.
to build Ningguang finally.
Unleashing his burst,
this might be
Goro
a
deals
good
AoE
excuse
geo
for me to
damage and
finally
creates
build
a
her and
field
see
known
if I
as
can plug
General's
her into one of
Glory.
these parties. For
Just like his
fun.
elemental skill, the field provides buffs to active characters according to the number of Geo party members. What's special about this field is that it moves together with your active character and periodically generates a crystal collapse,
Yeah, it's true.
which deals
Noel-
AoE
Noel's
geo
your
damage
Geo
to one
healer.
opponent within its AoE. After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather,
Mono Geo
Goro's
party.
elemental
Yeah, I might have
burst
to mess with
also
that.
increases all party members' defense. And another one of Goro's talents, a favor repaid, grants damage bonuses to Goro's elemental skill and elemental burst based on his defense, which is great because I love seeing characters using different stats.
Wow, so that's all really cool. But I have to admit that little sidekick of his is so cute. Look at how it waves its banner alongside Goro.
I want to be its friend.
Okay, guys, focus. Come on.
I will be its friend.
So, aside from his combat-related talents, Goro also has a pretty useful exploration talent called Seeker of Shinies. Yes,
of what?
that's
Seeker of
Seeker
Shinies?
of Shinies.
The shiny.
It's amazing and it's adorable. Yes, I totally understand that.
Is he gonna
This
find
talent
Inazuma
displays
materials?
the location of nearby resources unique to
Inazuma
Inazuma
materials,
on the minimap
okay,
while you
let's
have Goro
go.
in your party.
That
Oh
has
my
been
goodness,
way
let's go seek
overdue,
some
for real.
shinies.
That is so
It's gonna be
overdue.
so handy when we're
Awesome.
farming
That'd
materials
actually be
in
really,
Inazuma.
really nice to finally
Yeah,
have.
so
I'm very
you guys
excited
like
that they're
Goro?
adding
Sound
that.
pretty good?
Yes.
Very good. A very good boy.
A very, very good boy.
I knew that's where it was going, and I'm just not disappointed.
Well, all right, now that we've had our first look at our new characters, let's check out the event wishes coming in version 2.3. The event wishes for version 2.3
Okay.
are going to be a little
Wait,
different
what?
from previous versions.
Are we gonna have
This time,
3
we
5-star
will be
characters?
opening 2 character event wishes at the same time during the
Okay.
earlier phase of
So they're
version
doing
2.3.
a double?
They are Albedo's
a double
Secretum
5-star
Secretorum
rerun?
and Eula's Born of Ocean Swell.
I mean, okay, guys.
Okay,
like, if
so
you don't have
both
Eula or
Albedo
Albedo,
and
this
Eula's
is gonna
rerun will
make
be
things
available
tough.
at the same time. That
'cause
means.
oh,
That's cool. What else we
pretty
got?
good.
I hate to introduce
Well,
a
also
conflict to
in
you
the
guys if
later
you don't
phase
have
of
either of
version
those
2.3,
characters and you wanted
the character
Albedo.
event wish Oni's
Like,
Royale
on a
will
personal
become
level,
available, featuring
there
our
is a
2
lot
new
of comment
characters,
or
Arataki
content
Ito
that
and Goro.
I'm guessing
Eula
many
just
of our viewers
invalidates
might be
because of
curious
how
about
good
the
she is
first
and
2
how
rerun
low
event
the
wishes,
skill cap
so
is to
why don't we
build
give some
her.
more details?
She's a very free-to-play
for sure.
friendly character.
With each version
Oh
update,
man,
we've met
that's
many new companions.
Ooh, you
in our
guys are gonna
journey.
have some difficult
So
decisions
some
to
new
make. I do not
players
envy you if
might
you do
want
not
to
have
get
either
limited
of them.
characters from previous event wishes,
Ooh.
but it's probably gonna take a
I mean,
long time before they see
This
their
is like
favorite
this is a
character
double-edged
return.
sword. It's great
After
for all the people who
collecting and
wanted,
considering
you know,
player
Eula
feedback, the devs have
or
decided
Albedo,
to
but it's
push
bad
reruns
for all the
forward
people who
when
wanted
timing
both.
fits the version
Oh
content.
man.
So, coming back to the 2 concurrent character event wishes in version 2.3, both will actually share the same cumulative pull count toward the 5-star
Okay.
drop guarantee. which means any pulls you make on one of the character event wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed to gain at least one 5-star character in the remaining 40 pulls on Eula's Born of Ocean Swell.
Okay.
There will be more information in an upcoming announcement with more
it's
details
good that they're
on
sharing
these new
them.
wish mechanics.
That means they're,
And as expected, with new
more than
characters
likely
comes new
still using
storylines.
the same
Ito's story
fates.
quest, Taurus Iracundus,
So they're
will
adding
be
a new
added
banner,
in the
but
new
they're not
version
adding
for
a new
travelers to
type
explore.
of currency to roll.
The Oni race once left countless
Okay, this
figures
isn't
in
this
Inazuman
isn't
legends.
surprising. You know,
But
story
how do
quest for
Ito or
Arataki
other
Ito,
Oni
that's
live
pretty
in the
consistent
current
with every new
Inazuma?
5-star
For
character
any players
release, so.
interested in diving deeper into Ito's backstory, this story quest will be a great place to start.
Sounds swell to me.
In addition to Ito's story quest, both Goro and Beto will be receiving their very own hangout events in version 2.3.
I really got to finish the other hangout quests,
Players are
man,
gonna
because
get
we're
an
getting
inside
Goro
look at
and
some of the
Beto.
secrets
What?
behind
We're getting a
General
Beto
Goro and his
hangout.
Oh, and
Sign me
we'll
up.
be
I'm
joining
ready. Let's
Captain
go.
Beto for an all-new
We were
adventure
just joking
in
about that the
her
other day.
hangout
That's
as well.
awesome. I
we
like
have
it.
quite a few new storylines awaiting travelers in the new version,
Oh,
so remember
this
to save up some story keys to
2.3
unlock
is
those.
gonna be
Heck yeah.
like,
if you like new characters
oh,
and
man, this is gonna be
storylines, I
great.
bet you'll like some
2.3
new
is gonna
weapons and
slap for
artifacts in
real.
version 2.3.
New artifact
The
sets.
new 5-star Claymore, Red Horn
Defense-
Stone Treasure
ooh.
will be appearing in one
Albedo
of version
sets.
2.3's weapon event wishes.
Ooh.
Also, the new artifact sets Husk of Opulent Dreams
Okay.
and
I've been,
Ocean
kind of
Hued
holding
Clam
off, like,
will become available
completely
in the new
rebuilding
version.
my
Players will
Albedo.
be able to gain
Interesting.
these artifacts through a new
Wait, Ocean
domain
Hued
located
okay,
on
so it's healing
Seirai
bonus
Island
15, and
in
it looks like it
Inazuma.
adds
Well,
damage.
that's great, because I've been clamoring
this-
for new artifacts.
This artifact
And
set
new
looks like it's
artifacts
poised
always
to
bring new
turn
possibilities for
Kokomi into
characters
some
and
kind of
great card
damage dealer.
combinations.
Yeah, for sure. And now that we've covered all the new equipment coming our way, we're ready to see a new
so
deadly boss
it
rising in the
generates
coming
damage
version.
based on the
Let's
healing,
take a look at
like a
the
percentage of your
Golden Wolf
healing.
Lord.
And if you build your Kokomi really well, she can actually put down a lot of healing really fast. Interesting. That means like using things like healing bonus. Circlets would actually increase the damage total. What? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to build Kokomi. I'm gonna have to mess with that. Interesting. There's definitely going to be some interesting stuff there. This boss looks pretty slick though. I like the little dog paw thing. He's got a little icon as
And
That's good
that's our
stuff.
new open world boss,
indirect Kokomi
the
buff.
Golden
Yeah,
Wolf
maybe or maybe
Lord.
not indirect, but yeah, I mean it seems poised to
spicy
give her
puppy snake, I
damage.
love him.
You know, before
I'm
you would
kinda
get no
grappling
damage
with
for
like
her,
wanting
but
to
if
fight
that
it and wanting to pet it, I
set
don't really
bonus
know.
is designed to
I'm
make her
going to
produce
make it
damage
my,
up to
Golden Wolf
90%, I
friend.
think it said, of
Did you
the
guys see the
healing that
tornado
was
too? I'm
produced.
like, I better not
It
get
is
hit with that
not
thing.
unheard
Yeah,
of to
seeing
see,
that
you
just
know,
made me feel
20,
winded.
30,000
Also,
healing
the size of that
displaced
thing,
over
that is
time on
one
Kokomi.
giant
So
rift
you could be
down.
looking at
Yeah, now
huge
that you mention it, the
bursts of
structures of their
damage.
bodies look really similar.
Great
you know,
observation.
for your
Technically,
investment.
the Golden Wolf
you
Lord
know,
is the
I mean, I guess
king
huge,
of the Rift Wolves.
20 to 30. It's
which
better
is
than
also
nothing,
the reason
right?
why
So it
Rift Hounds and
justifies
Rift
having her on
Hound
the
whelps
field
appeared in
as
Sarumi
a
Island in the first
healer
place.
who will also
As a
finally give you
giant,
some form of
monstrous
damage.
beast from another world, its subjects are tasked with making preparations before it descends. And since
Interesting.
this monster will be a recurring boss in Sarumi Island, players will be able to challenge this abyssal beast at any time.
Okay, challenge accepted, but how do we fight it?
Well, let's give everyone the inside scoop. In combat, the Golden Wolf Lord's attacks can apply stacks of the
I love that it just
corrosion
flies
status,
around. This is
which
pretty
will
cool.
cause all characters in the party to continuously lose HP. When the Wolf Lord's HP drops to a certain threshold, it will summon Rift Hound Alphas to provide it with shields.
Well, that just doesn't sound fair.
I mean, I think I'm
Seems
up for
like
this
we're going
fight,
to
but
be
it
wanting
does sound
Geo
pretty tough.
against this thing.
Yeah,
Geo
but don't
usually
worry,
is
in the latter
answer
stage
to
of the fight,
Geo,
the
so
Wolf Lord's resistance to Geo attacks
physical
decreases,
characters.
while
Well,
its
great sword
attack
characters, I should
increases.
say.
So you'll
Eula
have to
would
factor
probably
that into
also
your
be
strategy.
quite good here.
I gotta do math?
I can definitely see like
Okay, is
going
there
like
anything else
triple
I should
Geo
know?
plus Eula.
Nope, I think that's about all
On
we
this
have for this
boss.
new monster.
All right, it's probably a good time to take a short break and give
Although
away
that
our
wouldn't really
second
result in
redemption
very
code.
good charging
Sounds
for
good.
Eula's elemental
All
burst,
right,
but I could see
code
trying.
inbound
We'll
in
see.
3, 2, 1.
Very deep voice activate. Okay, this is like incredibly hyped so far, like for real. Just absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna have to copy down all these codes still. I haven't like copied any of these. I'm not logged into the game right now, so I can't enter them while they're on screen. Triple Geo plus Kokomi also could work. It really could. I mean, the only kind of shields you're gonna generate at that point you know, are going to be based on whatever you're fighting or Kokomi shields or, you know, potential external factors like environmental things. But yeah, I mean, it really could be potential for that. And, you know, what with them increasing incentive to build Kokomi, I could see there being some more Spiral Abyss redesigns that will incentivize using her. Interesting. I feel like they're trying to, maybe they had always planned on releasing this set, they just didn't, you know, obviously because they hadn't gotten to this point yet, they just weren't ready.
Next up, we'll be
Cinnabar
giving some
Spindle, a new sword, a
exclusive
new
details on the
sword.
new events
Okay.
coming in version 2.3.
Alchemist.
This time, we're returning to the snowy Dragonspine area
I'm
to
so
explore
glad
an
we're going back to
all-new event.
Dragonspine.
Koi, I know that you know a thing or two about Dragonspine, so why don't you take the lead?
It would be my pleasure, Zach. Okay. The main event in version 2.3 is called Shadows Amid Snowstorms. In
You know,
this
I gotta
event,
say,
the
looking at the
Adventurers
Cinnabar
Guild will be
Spindle,
holding
it kind
their
of looks
winter
like a
training
light
on
version, like a
Dragonspine.
divine
They plan
version
to
of
have
Festering
seasoned
Desire. It
adventurers
has a
pairing up with
very
newer
similar
recruits. Some of our old friends from
appearance to me.
Mondstadt will be
It does.
joining
It
to
looks
help
like
out
it's
too.
like
You know,
the
like
light to
Amber
the Festering
and
Desire's
Eula.
dark.
Oh, that's cool.
Very curious to
You
see what
I-
the lore
they're
is of
cool
this
'cause
weapon and
it's
if it's
cold
actually
and-
going to
Yes,
be
Zach,
involved
I
in the
did see what
story.
you did there.
Well, we'll definitely need our friends to survive the
'Cause
deadly cold of
that seems
Dragonspine.
way too
Yep.
coincidental.
Travelers who've
design,
reached Adventure
from a
Rank 20
design
and
perspective.
completed the prerequisite quests
Interesting.
will be able to
I
participate
mean, I could
in the
just
event.
be grasping,
And
but
you know, outside the event
Oh,
storylines,
I have a
travelers can
suspicion.
participate
We'll see.
in various challenges and earn event currencies to exchange for a range of rewards.
I'm excited to chill in Dragonspine again.
also, yeah, the
but
sword
what
does
kinds of
match Albedo's
gameplay
colors as well.
can we
I mean, I've had Festering
expect
Desire
for
on my
travelers
Albedo
during
for a
our
long
winter
time.
training?
The
But I wouldn't mind
first is
throwing
called
Festering Desire
agility
to somebody
training.
else and
Basically,
then allowing
it's a special speed training.
Albedo to
Once
have
you
that
start,
new sword too.
you need to follow the
depending on how it
guides to
works.
proceed down a race course. The goal is to get the highest score possible before successfully reaching the end. And your score is based on
ice
the amount of
walls?
time
What?
spent and the
Oh,
number
what?
of
He just
insignias of
jumped, like, out of the
adventure and
stratosphere. What
insignias
was
of
that about?
conquest you're able to collect during
Oh.
the training.
Ooh, and it also
Um,
looks like we've got some special
Very
buffs to make use of.
interesting.
That is correct. Special blessings will sometimes appear while you race. There
Special
are two
blessings,
kinds of
okay.
blessings. First is the Gale Spring blessing, which will enhance your character's jumping abilities. And second is the Iron Skin blessing,
just running
which
directly
will
into
allow
them?
your characters to shatter ice pillars around them.
Okay,
So that
okay,
seems
so
like
we'll
the
need to
blessings are the
aim for the
things we're
ice
just picking
pillars
up as they're
containing
running around.
insignias once we have this blessing.
Oh, you are so
Well,
smart.
You won't
That is
have to
correct.
jump those.
Travelers
if you pick those up, you
should
can
be
just jump
sure to
over them
make
as long
use
as
of
you have
it.
the other one. Okay.
Some insignias of adventure will be hidden in the course, but insignias of conquest
jumped
appear
over one.
only at certain
Mistakes were
times.
made.
Ooh. You'll need to get the correct timing down and grab them throughout the challenge. The second type of gameplay is tracker training. Travelers will need to find
giving
and
Amber a little
melt
bit of
all the
visual love
ice
with
crystal
this, just
piles
by
within the
adding her
training
to a
area
lot
to
of
complete
stuff.
the challenge.
So a pyro character is going to be a must for your party in this one.
Yep. But this training shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to be careful of the nearby enemies and surrounding environment. And our third type of gameplay is combat training.
Ooh,
Okay.
combat, my favorite part.
Combat
Straight to
training
the deep
camps will
voice.
contain lures that can be activated to begin the training session. Lures will start in a state of source cold and will emanate cold air that not only increases the rate at which sheer cold will accumulate on your character, but also gives nearby opponents a buff at fixed intervals.
Sounds like this one might be a little more intense for challengers then.
Yeah, but don't worry. There
I
are
don't think it'll be
multiple
too bad.
mechanisms around the lures. Travelers
We'll
can
see.
activate these mechanisms by attacking them while carrying Scarlet Quartz.
I do
Once
feel
you've
like
activated the three mechanisms,
they've really
they will change the lure
decreased
state
the
to
frequency
heat source and
of those
cancel
like
the accumulation
punishment
of sheer
events
cold.
where like you're
Yeah, see?
you're
When lures
selecting
switch to
ways
heat
with
source
which
mode,
the challenges
characters
get
will
harder,
also
and the more you
restore
have, the
a
more
certain
points you get.
amount of energy
Like,
at fixed
I
intervals.
hated those so much.
So
like I
on
like a
heat source
challenge.
mode,
Don't get me wrong.
dealing
But
damage
those are
to
just
opponents while
frustrating because
carrying
if you add
Scarlet
too many, you're
Quartz
just
will
like you're
unleash
more than
all
likely
the
going
quartz
to lose.
energy
You won't
in
be
a
able to.
single blow,
It's almost
dealing
impossible to
AoE
select
power
all
damage
of
to the
the
opponents.
challenge
I
point
can already see
gainers,
myself
so,
searching
like,
frantically to
it
find
was
Scarlet
so
Quartz in this
rough,
one.
and like I found myself
Yeah,
always wanting
but
to add more
actually,
and challenge
besides
myself.
looking for
But then I'm just
Scarlet Quartz in a surrounding area,
which actually gets
you can
me
also
into like
obtain Scarlet Quartz by
irritation
defeating certain
territory due
monsters
to
during the
me
challenge.
having like
All
severe
three of
problems
these
with
trainings
repeating,
have multiple
doing the same thing
challenges,
over and over and over
which
again.
may be
It's
completed
frustrating.
to obtain event currencies, primo gems, and
No
more.
drift.
You can also obtain some snowman components from the tracker training and combat training.
Oh, dude, the snowmen. That's a nice seasonal touch.
Yeah, I would love to make a
Interesting.
snowman
The
on
snowman's
Dragonspine.
components.
Oh
I wonder how
me
that's
too.
going to work, or
Participate
if that's
in
just
the
going to
event
be
to collect
tied into that
components,
like
which
snowman
can be
thing that
used
we
to build snowmen in
that we
game.
saw Amber building.
Travelers can also exchange some of their components with their friends.
Oh, hey, we're all friends. Why don't we
Perceivably.
build them together?
We could build snowmen. I'd be down.
Oh man,
That
Albedo
is very
rude.
exciting. And to add to the excitement, players will be able to claim rewards by building snowmen, including a new 4-star sword named Cinnabar Spindle. Yeah, you want to refine this bad boy? Well, you can collect event currencies and exchange them for the sword's refined
Guys, I'm
materials.
serious. The more
via
I look at the
event shop.
Cinnabar Spindle, I'm just wondering if, like,
I'm sure players are wondering,
if
can
he
we keep our
purified the
snowmen
festering
after the event's
desire
over?
and it
Absolutely.
transformed
We
into
can
this
bring the
because he
snowman
was the one
bases
who
and
did it.
components home after the whole
Which,
thing wraps
by
up.
the way, if he
All right, another
purified,
decoration for our Serenity Teapot.
if that is
I'm looking
actually
forward to
something that's
checking out
going
all
on
the
here, if he
snowman
purified
Oh yeah, me
that
too.
sword,
But
if he
you know what?
purified
Aside
festering
from all the
desire,
winter training
like,
events, we'll
artificial
also encounter a
traveler
mysterious boss
confirmed,
once we get further
right?
into the event story.
Like, come on.
But travelers will probably have to discover that for themselves. Anyway, I'm super excited for this event. Are you guys excited?
Yeah. And it sounds like we'll
Yes.
have a ton of seasonal things to do on
Let's
Dragonspine.
go.
All right, next
I
we'll
am
be heading back
extremely
to
hyped for
Inazuma
this
for
right
our
now.
next event
Is it time for
titled
2.3 yet?
Bantan
Let's
Sango Case
just
Files,
start now.
The Warrior Dog. Wait, what?
What was
Wait,
that?
Was
Was
that you,
Albedo
Koi?
who barked like a dog and
No.
not Goro?
It was Corey.
Just that
You
the
can't
wrong
blame this
person
one on the
barked.
dog.
Okay, anyway, back to our event. There have been mysterious disappearances of animals across Inazuma lately, and of course, the Traveler is there to help. According to the Commission, our objective is to find and bring the missing animals back. During investigation, we get to find a mysterious dog which patrols around some of the missing animals.
Well, a dog? There's like a whole bunch of dogs here.
These are all its canine bunshin, which are like illusionary copies.
Oh yeah, these aren't your average guard dog. They're carrying a little sword.
Interesting. Oh, they
That's
are carrying
why we
swords.
need to sneak
They're just
to
walking
where
around
the
with
dog
swords in their
keeps the little
mouths.
animals
Oh my
and
god.
avoid being
That's
detected,
hila-
unless we want to be attacked.
Did they just use the
That
Traveler's
sounds
Electro
super
attack?
scary.
Yes, it
That was
does.
kind of surprising.
In this event, travelers will obtain a gadget called the Ubiquity Net. Travelers can use it to replace their elemental skill with the net's ability. We'll use this ability on the indicated animals to whisk them away. If the skill hits a canine bunshin, it will be stunned for a short time. Travelers can also activate smoke machines and fireworks around places of interest to cause distractions too. Throughout our investigation, we'll also discover numbers of animals that have been kept in cages inside places called dens of thieves. We'll need to defeat the surrounding opponents first before opening the cages and coming to their rescue. By completing event challenges, we can claim rewards including Primo Gems, so be sure to give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, that seems
After
like
this
what they're
event ends,
building up right now.
travelers can
Everything's
complete
about
the
Geo
related
or
world
dogs.
requests to obtain a brand new gadget called the Omni Ubiquity Net.
That's quite a name.
Unable to rescue the little animals.
Unlike the
Ouch.
gadget from the event,
Ouch
this
way to pull at my
upgraded net has been
heartstrings.
modified
Yeah.
using Onmyodo.
Yeah.
It is said it can capture the essence of smaller creatures before using the net itself as a
okay.
medium to replicate their forms.
So what you're saying is we
Whoa,
can keep pets
that
with
look-
it.
That
Well,
I knew
sort
it.
of.
I was like, as
We
soon
can
as I
use
saw it, I
the
was
net
like,
as a way
that
of
really looked
recreating
like a
animals that
teapot
we meet in the
icon.
open
So now
world
we can just
and place them
capture
in our
animals from
Serenity
the
Pot.
outside world
But
and
the
put
bottom
them
line
in
is,
here.
I can be
and
like
that
Draff or Timmy
is
and have
kind
an
of
army
amazing.
of pigeons at my
Like, this
disposal.
is a genius idea, right? So now
I
we
will
can just
accept
go
this.
full Pokemon while we're in game.
But please note that there are some little
That's
critters who cannot be
amazing.
recreated using
Okay.
the net.
Another
Travelers
genius
may
idea
find
that I
which
didn't know
animals
I
can
wanted.
be recreated in the
Oh,
archive.
Let's
Yes,
go.
we're gonna get to keep some more animals in our realms.
Our next event is Energy Amplifier Fruition. Some of you may remember the previous Energy Amplifier event.
I do remember.
It turns out
previous
that after
Energy
our previous
Amplifier events.
research,
I mean, it wasn't
some
one of the
remaining
worst events,
mutation
but there were
stones have
definitely some
started to
terrible
surface.
events.
In the new version of the Energy Amplifier event, travelers will need to get to the places of interest and eliminate
Just
threats
depends
there.
on how they
But
progress
mutation
with
stones
this.
can grant powerful bonuses to
We'll
opponents,
see.
so we'll want to take care of those first before facing the enemy.
So help me God.
Yeah.
I was just
After
saying how much I
defeating the
didn't miss
enemies,
those,
we can
and then they're
open
like,
the
here
chest
you
to
go.
claim rewards.
Please no.
What's different from the previous Energy Amplifier event is that once travelers have cleared all the investigation tasks in Act 1, they'll automatically gain the Energy Amplifier and all of the Earman Soul Fruit fragments. Each act cleared will unlock the corresponding deceitful domain.
And just like the previous time we entered this event, we will be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, and the energy amplifier will help amplify our abilities in these domains. The fragments you configure into the energy amplifier will determine the buffs you gain during the challenge.
In terms of rewards, there will be both first clear rewards and milestone
All right,
score
everybody, stay
rewards to
tuned
claim
for
in this
another
event.
episode of
So you
TH
definitely
Suffers
don't
on
want to
live
miss out on
streams.
those. Our next event to introduce is Misty Dungeon Realm of Light.
Yeah,
no.
travelers may remember this one as well. Just like our previous Misty Dungeon event, travelers
did like
will use the
the
trial
Misty
characters
Dungeon
to
last
complete
time. That was
dungeon
cool.
trials. You will need to
Although,
find all 3 of the ancient
what I
runes in the
didn't like
dungeon
about
and
Misty
complete their
Dungeon
corresponding
last
challenges
time was
to
that
activate the runes.
we didn't get to, like,
Once
we had to
all
choose
3
from
runes
their
are
trial
activated,
characters.
travelers can gain
Please don't make
access
it bound
to the
trial
final
only. It
challenge.
looks like it's still bound
There are
to trial
benediction
only.
mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects.
At the same time, there are also some automated weapon systems that will detect and attack any intruders.
So travelers must use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
Yeah, I do have an A
This
team that
time
runs
around,
over everything.
there will be new trial characters
really,
available
the
and
new
new
event
trials
probably
for
won't be too
travelers
bad,
to challenge.
but we'll see.
For example, in the Thundershock trial, Electrocharged will not only receive a damage bonus, but also increase the rate at which your elemental skills
Well,
and
it does
bursts
seem like the
can
trial
be used.
characters seem to be putting down a little bit better damage than some of the previous trial character combinations.
Definitely.
Like the last one,
And
like
don't
the
forget
trial
to finish
character
as many
combinations
trial
weren't
quests as
good.
possible
Like,
to
you
claim
couldn't really
more
put
rewards.
together any kind of a
And
cohesive
speaking
team.
of recurring events,
hey,
our most popular merchant, Lieben, is
mysterious
coming
guy's gonna
back
be
in
back, or
version
whatever his name,
2.3 with his goods.
I don't
Players can
remember
search for
what his name
Lieben
was.
and submit the
Lieben,
materials
yeah.
that he requests
Thanks,
to claim
Traveler.
rewards. And that's all we've got for the upcoming events. We've covered quite a bit of content already for version 2.3.
You have.
We sure did, and buckle up because there's more.
Oh,
We've got
okay.
some details on a fun update to the
Paimon moving
Serenity Pot.
function? What?
Right. After the version 2.3
Oh, we can put
update,
Paimon in.
we will be able to put
Okay.
Paimon into our
I'm
Serenity
actually
Pot.
And she's
surprisingly
got some
excited
new
about
dialogue
that.
for us while she's in
She
our
talk?
teapot. Come and talk with Paimon whenever you have the
Oh my
chance.
god. Let's do a Paimon impersonation.
I don't think that I
Okay.
want to,
I
if
like
that's
it.
what she sounds like.
Like,
but
I've never
I
been able
think
to
I
actually
will take
record
pictures
footage
with Paimon.
of
It's not often we
Paimon.
get to snap a photo with Paimon.
Because I've always had to just use existing
Okay.
footage. So that's cool. I like that. That's a
concludes
nice
the new
add-on.
version content for today.
That was a pretty good Paimon.
All right, everybody ready? The third redemption code is on the way! Yeah!
I don't want it.
Corey, you do it.
No.
It's just like, you do it. No, that would be me. I'm sorry, that would definitely be me. You don't wanna. No. I'm now wondering approximately what time of the year he was born, because that is definitely a me sort of trait. And if you're my wife, you blame everything that is about me on the fact that I am indeed an Aquarius. So I'm just gonna end that conversation there. Oh my god. Okay, so I definitely am gonna need to get all of the codes. Hey, if anybody has the codes already pre-typed out and wants to paste them into the chat, or to me in members chat over on Discord, that would indeed be amazing. Just saying. Help a guy out. Oh man. So I don't even know where to start. Oh god. Okay, so actually maybe I do know where to. I'm gonna let them finish.
Every
Hang on.
journey has its end. And we are reaching the end to our special program.
Yeah, time really flies, huh?
It sure does.
Don't rush.
As Zhongli says.
What was that?
So, Koi and Corey, you are both
Albedo's a
first-time
jerk.
hosts
He's
on the
just like, what
program
was
today.
that?
What do you think?
You know, it's just been such a
Rude.
journey for me personally, going from voicing NPCs like Draft to voicing Goro and being
Oh, he
able
was
to be here
Draft?
on the special program. And
That's
I just can't wait for you guys to get to know him better. So thank you for having me, and it's been an honor.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's
you and
awesome.
Goro are two very good boys. Speaking of good boys, there's so many doggos in this update.
There
Did you
were a lot
see?
of doggos.
I'm going to pet all of them, and then I'm going to make 10 million snowmen.
Sounds like
so
a
deadpan, it's
sounds like a good
hilarious.
plan. I'm also super excited for
if
the
that's the way
snowmen
he
and
talks
checking
all the
out
time,
all of
that's
their
just
different
amazing.
styles. And the
He's
golden
just like a
wolf
real-life
looks
robot,
so fierce
which
and
is
scary
even
in
more
the
hilarious that
tornado,
they chose
but
him to be Albedo.
I will die plenty of times, but I will enjoy it
We can
because
face it together.
Zach
Yes,
Aguilar, are
together.
you
Help me out,
describing
guys.
what
But
I'm
please.
Pack
thinking?
your albedo.
yeah, you're coming with
but
me.
enjoy it, yeah.
Bring him, Koi, bring him.
I'm better.
Well, that's it for the special program today.
Okay.
Thanks for watching
This-
the Genshin Impact version 2.3 special program, and we'll see you all
This-
in game.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been incredibly hype. Like, that was a big problem for him too. Like, as soon as they outed themselves as female, like, all the guys like zoomed in on him, like, oh my god, I have pictures, and like, will you go out with me? Because I have never seen a girl before. And it was crazy times. And yeah, no, it was just completely ridiculous.